Welcome to News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss. Here now is the news for February 11, 2019. The large and exotic bird known as Kevin from Disney Pixar's Up has migrated north from Paradise Falls and landed at Discovery Island in Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park. We decided, of course, to pay her a visit during her big debut and check out how she was acclimating to her new environment. Kevin is wandering and meeting guests throughout Discovery Island and sometimes even in Asia at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Guests are allowed to pet her lavish, colorful coat of feathers, and you might see her flap her wings and make some squawks and other noises as well. You can find Kevin roaming around Discovery Island from 9:30 a.m. to 4:30 a.m. every day intermittently. Since she is a roaming character, you'll have to explore the wilderness and find her on your own. But hide your chocolate bars, kids. There's even more time to experience the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World this March and April. The select dates and the extended times are listed as follow. These are time extensions. Parks were supposed to close earlier than this. March 5th and 6th, 2019, the park will now close at 9 p.m. March 3rd and 4th and 8th, the park will close at 10 p.m. And March 9th, the 12th through the 16th, the 22nd and 23rd, the 29th and 30th, the park will now close at 11 p.m. Meanwhile, on April 6th, the park will close at 11 p.m. as well. Those are all, again, extensions of hours based on what they think crowds are going to be like. So it's a good indication that crowds will be heavier than they originally anticipated. According to a recent permit filed by Disney, they will be adding a permanent shade structure to the existing security area in the walkway between the Magic Kingdom and Disney's Contemporary Resort. A security checkpoint was added to this area back in 2017 when they moved security out of the main entrance area. But it's really just a tent and canopy with a heavy tarp as of right now. So seeing something more permanent here will clean up the look of the walkway as well as add some space, as it appears they'll be expanding into the nearby landscaping. Currently, it's just the width of the sidewalk and can get a little congested during peak times with guests coming in and out of the park. According to permit overviews, light fixtures and additional fencing will also be added at this time. If you've been following our weekly maintenance report, you know that the interactive Robo News and GCN phone booth in Tomorrowland have been broken for some time. Well, last week we told you that the two props went missing and the holes left in the ground in their absence was covered with plywood. Sadly, this week those holes were filled in with concrete. Here's what the Robo News robot statue, here's where it once stood. The hole was filled in with pavement and now is just an access to the electrical that once powered our favorite newsie from the future, if you will. The GCN phone booth has suffered the same fate. Here's what they looked like when they were introduced, and since then in 1994's new Tomorrowland, in case you forgot. We know that Tomorrowland the Magic Kingdom is heading in a new direction with the Tron Light Cycle Power Run roller coaster on the way, but will it be a propless, barren wasteland of walkways is the question. We'll have to wait and find out what exactly is going to happen here, but it looks like neither of those props will be returning. This coming week, Epcot will adjust a few of their meet and greet opportunities. Starting on February 13th, Wreck-It Ralph characters Ralph and Vanellope von Schweetz will move from their temporary home in Innoventions West, where they had been for almost 3 months, to the newly remodeled Imageworks in the Imagination Pavilion. The concept of this meet and greet is that Ralph and Vanellope have been transported through a portal into the Imagination Pavilion. More meet and greets are expected to join this one in the Imageworks in the months to come via those same quote-unquote portals. On Valentine's Day, several World Showcase princesses will also live happily ever after, as their respected princes will be joining them for one-day-only meet and greets for Valentine's Day. This includes Prince Philip joining Aurora in France, Aladdin uniting with Jasmine in Morocco, and Snow White's prince arriving in Germany. This is a rare occurrence that's only often offered at special events and stuff, so make sure you don't miss it if you can catch it. For some reason, Disney has removed the ability to modify an existing dining reservation through the My Disney Experience mobile app. Before the change, guests could modify a reservation via the app up to 30 minutes before the reservation. The app would allow you to move the reservation to another available date and time and adjust the party size based on availability. Guests would have to call to modify or visit the restaurants if it was within 30 minutes of the reservation. As you can see in this image, the app now instructs guests that they will need to visit DisneyWorld.com to modify an existing reservation. Weirdly enough, the cancellation option remains. There's no word from Disney as to why this change was made at this time. A woman has been awarded $24,000 after she claimed that a Walt Disney World cast member ran over her foot with a food service cart, according to Courtroom View Network. Jessica Wilson claimed that she suffers from debilitating complex regional pain syndrome, a nerve condition that causes chronic pain, after the cast member ran over her foot in a food court at the Art of Animation Resort in 2013. Wilson's lawyer, Nelson Tyrone, told jurors last week that the cart ran over Wilson's foot while she was turning around from a condiment station. Although Wilson initially alleged that the cart ran over her foot twice, expert testimony about the difficulty of cast member running over her foot even once with the cart shed doubt on the theory. A defense attorney who also claimed that Wilson's injury was not as severe as she claimed, noting an expert testified that her symptoms did not match those of complex regional pain syndrome. During the hearing, Wilson's lawyer asked the jury to award her $11 million, saying she will suffer from lifelong pain and require lifelong medication and treatment as a result of the accident. Jurors on Thursday awarded Wilson $59,840 of her $11 million request. A subsequent verdict that declared Wilson not the cast member is largely responsible for the accident means that the award will be reduced to about $24,000. What a series of events. Speaking of a series of events, World of Color, the fan favorite nighttime water-based show at Disney California Adventure, is finally making its return. After browsing through Disneyland.com over the weekend, we noticed that the World of Color dessert party and dining packages were available for booking starting on Friday, February 22nd. It has since been confirmed that this will be the return date for the show. World of Color went down for what was supposed to be a 2-month refurbishment in April of 2018 and did not return in June when it was scheduled. Disney then delayed the show for a late 2018 return, but that never happened either. Now on February 22nd, World of Color returns. Very exciting. Ron W. Miller, producer of countless Disney films and the former president and CEO of the Walt Disney Company, has passed away at the age of 85. Miller came to the company via his wife Diane Disney, Walt's daughter. The two met at the University of Southern California and married in 1954. Following a brief career in the National Football League, playing for the Los Angeles Rams, that's a thing again, Miller told entertainment reporter Dale Pollock in 1984, quote, "My father-in-law saw me play in 2 football games when I was with the Los Angeles Rams. In one of them, I caught a pass and Dick Night Train Lane let me have it from the rear. His forearm came across my nose and knocked me unconscious. I woke up at about the 3rd quarter. At the end of the season, Walt came to me and said, quote, you know, I don't want to be the father to your children. You're going to die out there. How about coming to work for me? And I did, and it was a wise decision on my part." Miller rose through the ranks and became a producer on Disney films towards the end of Walt's life and following his passing in 1966. His co-producer credit can be found on films such as Son of Flubber, Summer Magic, and That Darn Cat. Starting in 1968, Miller became executive producer on Disney films of the 70s and 80s, including Escape to Witch Mountain, Peach Dragon, Tron, and The Black Cauldron. He was elected to be the president of Walt Disney Productions in 1980. Miller became Disney CEO in 1983 and shepherded the company through a time of ambitious growth, including the launch of the Disney Channel in 1983 and the establishment of Touchstone Pictures the following year. On the theme park side, Miller was a key proponent of the development of Epcot Center and Tokyo Disneyland. Miller left Disney in 1984 as part of the drastic change that brought Michael Eisner, Jeffrey Katzenberg, and Frank Wells to the company. In 1981, Miller opened Silverado Vineyards Winery in Napa Valley, California, where he worked while he and Diane worked on the creation of the Walt Disney Family Museum in San Francisco, where he served as president on the museum's board of directors. Diane Disney Miller passed away in 2013, and the pair had several children. Our thoughts and prayers, of course, go out to the Disney and Miller families at this time, and thank you, Ron, for all the wonderful things you did, especially, I know, in this circle. We really appreciate everything that was done to make Epcot Center a reality. For more information on these stories and more, head on over to WDWNT.com. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video, subscribe to WDW News Today on YouTube for more great content, and click the bell for notifications. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying enjoy the rest of your today, and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.